Why?
ഞാൻ പോവാണ് റെക്കോർഡാക്കുന്നതാണ്.
Okay, enough. Now let's start with the discussions. Actually, the thing is that by today we'll be completing the first module.
Oh my God.
So do go through the asked me. And also today I will give you the notes as well as the textual material. So shall we start with the today's session?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so these were the topics we were discussing till last days. That was then we moved on to the definitions of management. Then we learned about whether management is a science or an art. Then we learned about discuss and the levels of management also we discussed. Then the functions, the five functions are very important. Then the management process, then the Mintzberg's managerial roles. Hope you all remember this and these topics are clear to you. If you have any doubt, do clear it. Then the internal and external environment also we discussed. Now, today onwards, or for today's session and the last session for module 1, we'll be discussing about the features of organization of new era. Okay, which means that what now the organization is. The organization or management in the earlier period is far way different from what it is now. So there are certain new features or certain new characteristics of management in this present era. The first is that it has a clearly defined structure. What does that mean? A clearly defined structure. In simpler words, we can say that nowadays the organization is more organized. Later, in the later years also, the thing was like it was organized, but it was not as it is now. Now it has a definite and a more clear structure in the sense that it has innovation and it is growth oriented. It's not just about innovation and growth oriented, it's more about innovation and growth oriented. Also, we can say that the one of the main important feature is the virtual organization. What does virtual organization means? The thing is that Mm, people from different parts of the world can work together. The thing is that it is not that everyone have to be present, physically present. Just the virtual presence is more than enough. Even now, for example, we are having the virtual classes, isn't it? We are at different locations, still we are having a sessions going on, continued, isn't it? So similar way, the organization or no, in all, we can say that the people are working from different parts of the world. They are virtually contacting, they are virtually giving their ideas and their inputs. So that's what one of the main feature of the organization of the new era. Then the second feature is that customer oriented. Nowadays we consider the customer as a king. So we can say that customer oriented is the feature of organization of new era. It means that customer is a person who benefit from the services and manufacturing of organization.
Junaidine accept ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു.
കേറാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല
Sorry,
ജുനൈദിന് കേറാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല പറയുന്നുണ്ട്.
is it so? Can you please contact the staff advisor?
അറിയില്ല, ചോദിച്ചു നോക്കട്ടെ.
അതാരാ?
Yes, sir. Can we continue? Nowadays, where we suppose it is customer oriented, we consider the customer as the king. The management or the organization will be producing goods and services for the need of customers. The thing is that they will be taking an analysis, they will be taking surveys, they'll be understanding what the customer needs, at what type of goods customer needs, at what time they need. All this will be surveyed, all this will be analyzed, and on this basis, the organization will be producing its goods and services. Then the thing is that better employee participation. Better employee participation is in the sense that in the later days, it was like in the olden days, it was like the manager used to take up the major decisions or the most of the decision, and the subordinates used to follow it. But nowadays, each and every employee is allowed to give up their suggestions. That is what better employee participation is. Each and every employee in the organization can give up the idea, can put up the ideas, can give their suggestions, can make some innovations. All this is possible in the new era of the organization. The thing is that each and every employee can give up, means put up their suggestions and ideas. So this is what it means by better employee participation. It's not just that we just take the orders from the higher authorities. Apart from that, we can also give ideas and suggestions to the higher authorities. Then the thing is that better collaboration between departments. This is an important feature in the sense that nowadays it is not that one department is big working for only for that main purpose. Instead, each and every department are collaborating with each other, are means communicating with each other, taking each other's help, providing help to each other department, and then working as an organization. The whole organization they are working. So that's though they have departmental duties, still the thing is that there is a collaboration and there is a what communication between different departments, and all are working together to achieve one goal. Then the thing is that the use of science and technology. The use of science and technology, we can say that new inputs or new technologies are being introduced in the market. So the organization, when the new technology is being introduced in the market, they also try to adapt to it. Else the thing is that they will fall behind the other competing industry or the organization, or we can say that firm. So in order to keep the pace or in order to be with the others, in order to be relevant in the market, what they do is that the new science and technology will be adapted or adopted by them. Then the thing is that they adapt to opportunities and changes. They adapt to opportunities and changes in the sense that they know how to recognize and exploit good opportunities. The thing is that they will understand what are the good opportunities, and also they will exploit the good exploit in the sense that they will make use to its maximum. So the good opportunities are being used to the maximum whenever possible. So the thing is that whenever there is a chaos also, or whenever there is a disturbance, or whenever there is a hurdle in front of them, these people or the organization are very much adaptive. They change accordingly, they're working and further thrive for their business activities. These are the main features of organization of new era. So these are apart from this, we can say that they do understand the different cultures as well. Whenever uh, an organization is present in the different parts of the world, different culture will be there, isn't it? So those organizations are adaptive to those culture as well. So they understand different culture and do produce goods and services, understanding their culture, their regional taste, their regional values and all. So that is also a good or a feature of new era organization. Then one more thing what we can say is that this organization align people, system, and process. It means that there is a system which is being followed, there are rules, there are procedures that are being followed, and ev- for every system or whatever process is there one after the other, that kind of system is being followed in the organization. That's what it means. So these are the few features. You can explain it in your own words. First is that it clearly defines the structure. Then it is customer oriented. Then better employee participation is there. Then collaboration between departments, that is intercollaboration of departments is there. Then introduction of new science and technology is also there. Then they are ready to adapt to the opportunities and changes, as well as the culture of different regions. So these are the features of organization of New Era. Now moving on to the next topic, that is managing for competitive advantage. What does this mean by managing for competitive advantage? In simpler words, we can say that competitive advantage generally means the superior performance relative to other competitive firms. The thing is that uh, in an industry, many firms will be there. So your firm is being superior in what relevance or in relative to other firms in the industry. So if there are three firms in an industry and your firm is better than the other two firms, that is what competitive advantage is about. If you're in a competitive advantageous situation means that your firm is better than the other firms in the industry. So managing for competitive advantage means that to gain that position, to be superior than the other firms in the industry. That's what managing for competitive advantage means. Here you can see the definition. Competitive advantage is the favorable position an organization seeks in order to be more profitable than its competitors. So, what are the factors that they will adopt, a firm will adopt to be better than the other firms in the industry? That's what managing for competitive advantage means. So, there are some factors that always a management should keep in mind to achieve this competitive advantage, to be better than the other firms. So, those factors are given below, that is, first is the cost competitiveness. Then differentiation advantage. Third is the quality. Fourth is the speed. And last is the innovation. So these are the five features or the factors that, or we can say that the success drivers that helps a firm to be in a competitively advantageous position. So discussing those features in detail, what does cost competitiveness mean? Cost competitiveness is all about by keeping the price low by realizing the profit, which means that when a firm produces goods and services, they have to produce the goods at a minimum cost and also sell those quality products or services at a lower cost but at a higher quality. So we can say that company could achieve the superior performance by producing what good quality products or services but at a lower cost. So good quality goods and services should be made available in the market, but it should be at a lower cost. That's what the cost competitiveness means. Then the second is about the quality. Quality, as you all know, good quality product will always be purchased by the customer. So quality means that quality, it is the excellence of the product, which includes attractiveness and also lack of defects. Then it should be long-term dependability. So these are the few factors or the few features of quality. Quality means that the excellence of the product. So it should be attractive, then there should be no or very few defects, and it should be a long lasting product as well. So this is what quality means. Then the thing is that speed. Speed means that you should know the market condition, what are the customer requirements, and deliver those products as soon as possible in the market. As the thing is that if a customer goes to the market and find that your product is not there, you will lose the customer, isn't it? That customer will purchase the other alternative option which is available. So you will lose that customer. So in order to avoid that, speed is very important. You should understand the market condition, produce those goods and services according to the need of the customer, and should deliver that product on the timely basis. That's what speed is about. Then it is about innovation. Innovation, as you all know, it stands for creation of new devices or creation of new ideas, objects. That is what innovation is about. Every time innovation is important. The thing is, in the case of mobile phones itself, it has been innovated a long way. So such features, new features, attractive features have to be included in the product. Only then you can thrive in the business. As the thing is that the same old product is being sold again and again means no one is going to purchase your good. So the thing is that innovation should also be included in order to achieve the competitive advantage. And the last is about the differentiation advantage. Differentiation advantage, which means that it is achieved by offering unique products and services. The thing is that whenever you produce a good or sell a good, the thing is that your product should be unique. The thing is that your product should be very different from the other product in the market, so that everyone will purchase your product. That's what the uniqueness or the differentiation advantage is about. Only if your organization or only if your company is producing that product means there is only one chance of being purchased. There are no other competition in the firms. So the thing is that if your product is unique, you can definitely achieve this competitive advantage. So always try to produce unique products that is nowhere available in the market. That is what differentiation advantages is about. So these are the 5 features that you should always keep in mind: the cost competitiveness, the differentiation advantage, quality, speed, and innovation. These 5 factors are very important for you or the organization to be on a competitively advantageous position. So do remember these points. Then the topic which we move on to is about the global, innovative, and entrepreneurial perspective of management. All these 3 words are very much familiar to you. First is the global. What is the global perspective of management? From the name itself, you can understand that the management being globally present, which means that you must have heard of MNCs, that is the multinational companies. So the multinational companies, how they are being managed, that's what it is mainly being discussed. So the global perspective of management, we can say that nowadays the trade has been open worldwide. The thing is that any country or any organization can set up business in any part of the world. We can see that many American companies are having branches in India, the other many different parts of the world. They are being managed globally. So that is what global perspective of management is about. The thing is that when they are in different countries, when they are into different customs, when they are in different social cultural forces, when they are in different legal political situation, this becomes a complex situation to manage. The thing is that it is not like how you manage in US. The same way we cannot follow in India. The management, the way of management should be, it is different in India. So when a global company or an MNC is being set up, how to manage it differently. That's what the global perspective of management is about. So the thing is that whoever the manager or the management is, they should understand the the complicated economic situation of that nation, the legal and political situation of that nation, the social and the cultural forces of that nation. Understanding this, the management should manage their organization, the different parts of the world. So the task of the manager in this is quite challenging and always involves more risk than the others. Some of the global means environmental challenges, we can say that it is the legal, political, environmental issues. The thing is that the political situations in different countries will be different. So they have to alter their policies and procedures or their rules and regulations according to the legal and political environment of that country. So that is one of the challenge, and that is how they have to overcome it. Then the economical and economical situation of that country. So the thing is that if a country is present in India and US, so what kind of economic situation is present in that country? We have to first analyze it and then produce goods and services accordingly. Producing luxurious goods in India won't be that profitable. So understanding the economical situation, India is what a third world, we can say a developing country. So most of the people, or we can say around most of the people are below poverty line. So the thing is that being a poor country, we have to produce goods and services according to the economic needs of that people. So that's what economical environment is about the chat means that's what economical management or the perspective of management in that situation should be. Then the thing is that the cultural environment. We have been discussing in the last classes as well the culture that is being followed by different countries. On the basis of that, they have to produce the goods and services. So these are the factors that they have to consider, and these are the challenges that they have to face when they are managing in a global atmosphere or the environment. So uh, an organization should always understand these challenges and then act accordingly to keep up or to maintain their customers and to thrive in the business. Then coming to the entrepreneurial perspective, sorry, innovative perspective. Innovation, you all know it is about the creation of new ideas. So in order to maintain the customers, in order to hold their customers, innovation is very important. Only then they will be get attracted to the product. Only then they will be means purchasing your goods and services. So, for example, if you take a food item, let's take the noodles. So, the in olden days, only very few flavors of noodles were available. Might be some vegetable flavor was there, then some curry flavor was there. Only that two options might be there. But with the evolution, what happened is that now the different tastes, the Chinese has come, then the some chicken masalas have come, the other masala flavors have come. So that is what a kind of innovation is about. They are trying to innovate, different flavors are being introduced in the market. That's what in the case of food is that then you can take the example of mobile phones. In the older days, we could use it for calling. The thing was that the dialing thing was there, that buttons were there. That was the kind of cellular phones we had. Now it has been means uh, innovated to the touch phones, isn't it? So the change, this innovation should always take place according to the needs of the uh, customers and also with the evolution or the changes of the environment. So innovation is also an important factor, and also it is an important thrive in business. Innovation have to take place, else they will lose their customers. Then the thing is about the entrepreneurial perspective. Entrepreneurial perspective is about the once this global management and innovative is done, the entrepreneurial also plays an important role, which means that the manager should be able to understand, analyze all these different situations. They should be able to give more ideas. They should be able to finance in the different areas. So all these are the entrepreneurial perspective. The thing is that the abilities of they have abilities. They should have the ability to recruit skilled laborers from different parts of the world. Then they should find a good location for their business. Then the thing is that they should be able to team manage their work personnel. Then money should be there. Then they should provide a good leadership. Then they should also be risk takers. All this includes in the entrepreneurial perspective. So this is about the global, innovative, and the entrepreneurial perspective of management. Now coming to the challenges of management. The challenges of management, we can say that first is the globalization. The thing is that with the globalization, different countries have started coming to, means many companies have started business in different parts of the world. So the thing is that many multinational companies are coming to India, and also Indian companies are moving to other foreign countries as well. So the thing is that what happens is that sometimes it might affect our local business people. The thing is that they cannot cope up with the quality of goods that the multinational product means companies are providing. They won't be able to what provide cheap goods as these multinational companies are providing. So at those situations, it becomes difficult as well as the challenge to the management. We can see here that when a global disaster strikes a country, the fragility of the global supply chain becomes more apparent. Then managers have to see through others' eyes. The thing is that we can say that it is not just that from your perspective. We have to understand what are the perspectives of the others as well. The thing is that they have to think from the side of the customers. So when it is a multinational company and all, they have to know what are the needs of the people in India, and also they have to think about what are the needs of the people in US. So they have to understand all this, and they have to understand what are the values, the morals, then the customs, political situation, economic systems that are not present in the different countries. So this globalization has made the management a complex situation. The thing is that it is not just that they have to understand means one situation. In fact, they have to understand different situation, different people, different tastes, and then act accordingly. So it becomes much more complex. Then the thing is that expectation from the society. The other challenge is that we have to, being an organization, we have to meet the expectation of the society. Else the thing is that we will lose our customers. Also, the thing is that we won't be able to thrive in the uh, business. So the thing is that beyond profit, they have to look about the volunteering activities, and also concern for their a broader social system. The thing is that when you're setting up a factory, you should always keep in mind that it should not affect the environmental situation, and also it should not create more pollution. Then the thing is that you should also take up some voluntary activities. The thing is that some social work. Nowadays, we can see that many of the companies are providing some social work activities. They'll be contributing, or they'll be volunteering some uh, activities. During even at the time of this pandemic, you must have seen that some of the companies have given or contributed or donated some money to some organizations and all. And also they have been working to means working, for example, they have means we have seen that some of the companies have been providing food to the street people. So these are the social activities that the companies nowadays take up. So they have to do that. The thing is that this is what a society expects from them. Some to meet this expectation, it is also challenging, as the thing is that we have to understand what the people or what the society is expecting from that organization. It's not just that we produce the goods and sell to them. It's not just that. Now the concept have become much more broader. What are the social activities? What are the voluntary activities that the firm is taking? That is also being concerned by it is a concern of the society. So the organization have to meet those expectations. To meet those expectations has become quite challenging. And the thing is that ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is the thing is that within the organization as well as outside the organization, they have to follow some the code of ethics. Within the organization, we can say that the the employee ethics and the values should be protected. Unethical activities should be avoided. So to be at the right ethical part is a challenging thing. Then the thing is that the code of ethics are the popular tools for attempting to reduce employee ambiguity about ethical and what's not. So, proper code of ethics should be what followed in an organization, what to do and what not to do. So, in order to create that, it is quite challenging because the thing is that when we are creating it, it might hurt others, sometimes it might not hurt others. So, to understand what the values, what the personality, what the morality is about, or understanding all those things only we can create a code of ethics. So, to create a code of ethics for the society as well as for its employees has become a quite challenge. Then, workplace diversity. Workplace diversity is about the thing is the different age people, different gender, different race, different abilities and disabilities. All different types of employees will be working in an organization. So to manage them is also a difficult task. Then adapting to the change of technology. Whenever there is a change in the technology, a management or a company have to adopt it and to adapt should adapt to it. So appropriate investment should be made in that as well. So that also has become a challenge to the management. Apart from this, we can say that some of the other challenges is that to produce good quality uh, goods and services. Sometimes the thing is that the quality goods cannot be produced at a very low cost. So, in order to maintain that, the thing is that quality product should be made available at a reasonable cost. So, in order to maintain that, it is not an easy task. So, what kind of inputs they have to give, what are the technologies they have to adopt, all this decision the management have to make. So, in order to produce a quality good at a reasonable price, that is a quite challenge to management. Then change in the environmental forces is also uh, a challenge to management. The thing is that nowadays the management have to keep in mind that they have to produce goods that will reduce the waste and also have least pollution. So whenever they are producing a good, they should reduce the waste as well as pollution should not also be there. So produce to produce in such a manner, that is also a challenge to management. Then a challenge is that lack of skills. Whenever an organization requires the skilled laborers, in some countries the thing is that the education might be poor, so they won't be able to get the skilled laborers or the employees. So that is also a challenge to management. So these are the few challenges to management. So by here we complete the module 1. So till here, do you people have any doubts?
No, miss.
No, miss.
Okay, just give me a feedback. Was it understandable to you people? Do you feel that I'm moving a bit faster?
Speed കുറയ്ക്കോ? Somewhat
Okay.
faster.
ടീച്ചർ കുറച്ച് സ്പീഡ് അധികമാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്.
Speed in the sense that I am moving too fast with the portions, or my way of talking is too.
No, too fast with the portions.
So the thing is that in one more session,
രണ്ടും ഉണ്ട്.
Okay,
ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്നു.
that also I
പക്ഷെ
know.
മൊഡ്യൂൾ തീർന്നാ
First module is over.
Wow, that is what I have told.
But this is a small module. Only 4 hours are given in the syllabus as well. That's why I
Oh.
went in this manner. Okay, did you feel any difficulty in any of these areas?
No,
If you
no.
have any doubt, please ask it.
You can just read the presentation.
Okay. So in one more section, we'll discuss the whole module. So at that time, whenever you have any doubt, you may ask.
Okay, miss.
ഓക്കെ
Okay.
Okay. Attendance,
So
please.
I have already shared those PPTs, isn't it? Do go through it
യെസ് മിസ്
Yes, miss.
so that you can understand when we are discussing it again. And also the thing is that if you have any doubts, you can ask at that.
15 മിനിറ്റ് അല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ ബ്രേക്ക്?
ഓക്കെ മിസ്
Yes, only 15 minutes.
Attendance, please.
ടീച്ചർ അറ്റൻഡൻസിൽ എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ടായി, ഇന്നലത്തെ പോലെയല്ല.
So today all are present.
Yes, miss.
That is a good news.
താങ്ക് യു മിസ്.
Thank you, miss.
So apart from the PPT, what do people want? You want the notes, right?
Yes, miss. Notes.
Okay. Then anything else? Do you want me to share this recorded class? So can we have a quick interactive session for today's session?
Okay, miss.
Okay, starting with the features of the organization. Advait is there? Yes.
അദ്വൈത് കപ്പണ എവിടെയാണ് സാർ, എവിടെ പോയെ?
Yes, he is there. I do find him.
Miss, they are always chatting with me. This is not fair.
It is very good, right? First itself you can answer and keep quiet.
No. Teacher, randomly call.
Randomly call means I have to take your attendance. Right? I cannot randomly take your attendance.
Okay.
Okay, so Advait, just tell me one of the feature of organization of New Era.
Sir, 1 minute.
Is someone beating you from there?
No.
നടക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
Do you know any one of the feature of organization of New Era? From your own words, you can tell.
Clearly defined structure.
Okay, fine. Now, Ajay Krishna,
Yes, miss.
what is the next feature?
Customer oriented.
Okay, Akhil, what is the next feature?
Yeah, miss.
What is it, Akhil? Else, just give me some of the features of the organization of New Era. We have already discussed clearly defined structure, customer oriented, then
Science and
better employee participation. Yes, science and technology is there.
technology.
Okay, Akshay Krishna is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then Akshay Krishna T is there. No. Akshay KT is absent.
No, teacher.
Teacher, he was present.
He was present, or now is he present? No, right?
No.
Okay,
3
Akshay
years
Rajiv
back.
is there. Amarnath is there.
Network issue.
Okay. Okay, fine. Amarnath is there. Clint is there. Yes, Clint is there.
Yes, miss.
Was everything clear to you?
Yes, somewhat.
Somewhat. So, what are the doubts?
I have to revise to say the doubts. I doesn't do that.
You doesn't do that. You have to revise it. So, for Monday session, do prepare well. The thing is that we'll completely have an interactive session on the whole module.
Okay.
Okay, I'm telling this to everyone, not just to Clint. Everyone should read the materials. Do try to understand. If you do not understand, just ask me. Okay, then Diljit is there. No, Diljit is absent. Gokul is there. Jishnu Dilip is there. Joel is there. Joel, where is Joel? Yeah, Joel is there.
Yes, I'm here.
Junaid, where is Junaid? He couldn't join.
No, it's net connection connectivity problem.
Okay. Minosh. Okay. Sinan is there. Niket is there. Pranav K. Pranavan is there. Ritvik. Where is Ritvik? Ritvik is not there. Bharat Srinath Srirag is there. Amit is there. Yadu Krishna, Yadu Harish. Where is Yadu Harish? He was there, I guess. Yeah, he is there. Then Arun Raj is there. KV, Jishnu Sajeev, Neeraj, Ranesh. Okay. Vaishnav is also there. Okay, so Ritvik, Diljit, and Akshay Krishna T. Yeah,
Ma'am,
Ritvik
it's
has
Ritik
joined.
here.
Okay.
Yes, Akshay Krishna T is present.
Akshay Krishna T present.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So only Diljit is absent today?
Yes.
Oh my god, somewhere the cock is roosting.
സജീവന്റെ വീട്ടിൽ നിന്നാ മിസ്സേ
Full കോഴി.
Rajiv phone.
സജീവൻ മൂത്ത കോഴി.
Neeraj.
No. The call is
സജീവൻ
broken.
ഇപ്പൊ മുട്ടയിടൂല
He and
ഇപ്പൊ മുട്ടയിടയില്ല
രാവിലെ
ഡാഡ്